Tomorrow will be 50 years since that tragic day in Memphis when Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was gunned down at the Lorraine Motel. As we honor Dr. King's legacy, we're looking back at the ways he influenced Nashville's civil rights movement. David Ewing is a Nashville historian who's done a lot of research on this topic. It's great to have you with us today.
Thank you for being here.
All right, so let's talk about this. Dr. King really did have a profound impact on the folks who were in the civil rights movement in Nashville.
Dr. King influenced the movement. Our student-led sit-in movement was basically Tennessee State, Fisk University, American Baptist College. And all these students went to about 4 lunch counters: Woolworths, Cress's, McClellan's, and Walgreens. In the old days of lunch counters, African Americans could not be served. Sure. There was no separate section like movie theaters and buses. If you were African American, you couldn't be served anywhere. And so they decided to basically do a protest and sit on lunch counter seats, and they weren't served. They were eventually beat up by mobs, and they were eventually arrested. But this got the attention of people all over the country, and they literally changed the laws of discrimination.
Sure. And that nonviolent protest, certainly inspired by Dr. King.
Dr. King believed in the same nonviolent protest that Gandhi had done, and the students were well read on his letters and his books. And the reason that Nashville students were not before Greensboro is because they were training in the basement of First Baptist Church, Capitol Hill. Wow. About the beatings that they would get and not to fight back. And they were going to beat them mentally, not physically. Mm-hmm. This is a lunch counter stool from the old Walgreens building in the arcade. So this was original
from downtown Nashville.
From downtown Nashville.
Wow. And
so this is very similar to, well, this is one that they sat on. And this is a police club, which is solid wood that the Nashville police used during the protest, and as you can see, this one has been used. So despite getting beat up, spit upon, thrown coffee in their faces, these students all decided that they would not fight back. Today, the Woolworth building on 5th Avenue is a restaurant, which ironically now everyone can go there. Tom Morales did a great job of restoring the lunch counter, and it was the first place that John Lewis got arrested. He's been arrested almost 50 times, as he calls good trouble. So now you could go back to Woolworths and see where he first got arrested, and the song "We Shall Overcome" was first used in the civil rights movement here in Nashville, and in the Woolworth building when John Lewis was being led out in handcuffs, they were all singing "We Shall Overcome."
Wow, that's a piece of history I did not know. And you're trying to get John Lewis to come back here and eat at Woolworths.
Yes, John Lewis
for the very first time.
Has never been served, so we hope that we have John Lewis back one day, because he went to Fisk University and he's been here a lot, and so we need to get him back.
Yeah, we definitely do. The Frist Center has a new exhibit.
The Frist Center has an exhibit commemorating the 50th anniversary from a look at newspapers, the Tennessean and the Banner. So they have photographs on the walls and talking about the period from 1960 to 1968, from the civil rights movement to Luby's house being bombed. And so it's a great place to go to kind of learn more about this great history that we had, not only here in Nashville, but of course all across Tennessee. All
right, it's been fascinating to talk with you. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Mary.
We appreciate you being here. You can find out more about Nashville history at David's Instagram account. It's the Nashville I Wish I Knew. Well, News Channel 5 will be in Memphis tomorrow as well. Our crew will bring you live coverage of events for the 50th anniversary commemoration of the life and legacy of Dr. King. So be sure to follow us on air and online. We are back with a last check of the storms moving in right after this.